Have you ever felt that strange tension in your chest the moment someone says, I might stop by later? You smile, you say, yeah, of course, but somewhere in the back of your mind, another thought appears. There goes my peace. If you know that feeling, you're definitely not the only one. Today, we're talking about the psychology behind why some people dislike having guests over, even when they genuinely care about the people visiting them. Because for some people, hosting feels exciting, the noise, the conversation, the energy. But for others, home means something much deeper. Home is the one place where the nervous system finally softens, the place where you stop monitoring yourself, where your shoulders relax without noticing, where nothing is expected from you anymore. And the moment someone enters that space, even someone you love, something changes. The atmosphere shifts, the quiet disappears. Your mind becomes alert again, not because the guest did anything wrong, but because your inner refuge has been interrupted. Psychologically, many people who deeply value solitude experience something known as territorial comfort. Their home is not just a physical place, it's an emotional recovery zone. Every object, every sound, every small routine inside that space creates a sense of stability and control. So when another person suddenly enters it, even briefly, the brain reacts, almost like a still lake disturbed by a small stone. Nothing dangerous happened, but the calm is no longer untouched. For many introverted or emotionally sensitive people, home is also where social performance finally ends. Outside, they're attentive, polite, aware of how they're being perceived. But at home, they can finally stop acting. And that's why even pleasant visits can feel exhausting, because the moment someone arrives, a part of the brain quietly switches back into social mode. The mask returns, the awareness returns, and little by little, energy drains in the background without anyone noticing. Here's the part people rarely admit out loud. Some of the kindest, warmest, most caring individuals feel an immediate sense of relief the second a guest leaves and the door closes again. Not because they hated the visit, not because they're cold or antisocial, but because silence feels restorative to them, like finally being able to breathe deeply again. Psychologists often notice that people like this tend to have very strong emotional boundaries. They don't reject connection, they simply protect the environments that help them feel emotionally balanced. To them, home is not a place for performance. It's the only place where they fully become themselves. That's also why many of them prefer meeting friends outside instead, in cafes, on walks, in public spaces, places where social energy stays separate from their private inner world. And sometimes this sensitivity goes even deeper. For certain people, childhood made home feel unpredictable whenever guests arrived. Maybe visits meant stress, noise, pressure, conflict, lack of privacy. So even years later, unexpected visitors can still trigger a quiet feeling of tension the body remembers before the mind does. But here's the important thing. There is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to protect your peace. You can love people deeply and still need space afterward. You can enjoy connection and still crave solitude. You can care about others while also guarding the environment that keeps you emotionally grounded. Because for some people, true comfort is incredibly simple. A quiet room, a familiar corner of the house, a warm drink beside them, and the soft sound of their own thoughts uninterrupted for a while. So, are you like this too? Tell me about your experience in the comments. And if you enjoy psychology videos that explain everyday behaviors in a simple way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for the next one.